Hello, hello. We are live. I might be a little less chatty than usual today because I woke up with feeling a little bit under the weather. So I have my citron tea. But since I posted that I'd be going live on Instagram, I wanted to keep my promise. I did spend a few moments in bed wondering if I should cancel the live or not, but we're going to try, and I want to try to do something within the hour, which is to make a zine, make a music like fan zine, a zine for friends. So what I've done is I have printed some photos, some of the concept photos, and then some screenshots from the music video. And I guess while I still think about what to make for the zine, I'll get started cutting these pictures up. I didn't do much prep work before the live because I do try to keep the lives pretty, try to capture as much of the process in the live as possible. Hi, Florencia. Thanks for joining the live. We are making a zine for friends. I'm assuming that's how we're pronouncing the title of the song. There's no other way to say it, right? I was thinking about what, so I decided that I wanted to make a zine because that is my current crafty obsession, or I'm really excited to make different kinds of zines. And I wanted to make zines before, but I took a Zoom workshop about zines last week, and that really opened my eyes to the nature and spirit of zines in a way that I hadn't known before. I knew about zines, and I've even been to a zine market in Korea, but the zines I saw in Korea felt more polished and well produced, and so it felt a little bit daunting. I felt like I would have to make a zine that would be worth showing at a fair or a market, but the zine I made in the workshop and the way they described zines during the workshop was really freeing from that mentality of it needs to be polished and put together, because the original nature of zines is a very democratic, not traditional form of publication. And they start out as fan zines, so you could just make a zine about something you're passionate about or want to explain about or spread the word about. So what better subject that fits all those boxes, that ticks all those boxes, than BTS and BTS music. So it just worked out perfectly that I took that class, I think the day before Friends came out, and then immediately that evening I had some ideas for other zines, which is my next creative project, hopefully. And I'll share more about that later. And I think I'm gonna do a proper video about making zines, if I do make a couple different types, to see how I like making different kinds of zines. And then I do have a friend who's also really into zines, in Korea, and hopefully I'm meeting up with her next week. You know what? These photos are all, I don't need to be super exact about cutting these photos, so let me just get them down to size and then see which ones I'll use. What does everybody think about Friends? I want to discuss. I wanted to hear what people thought. The song is very calming to listen to. The music video is a little thought-provoking. Whenever I watch the music video, I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Like, for people who've joined a little bit later, I might be a little quieter in this live because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. So I have to like blow my nose or something in the middle of the live, asking for your understanding ahead of time. Okay, rough cut those. Some of the concept photos. This was a concept photo, right? Yeah. And then music video. Oh, I'll organize the photos into the 2 parallel timelines. Okay, so this is him annoyed with the world. This is him happy, sitting alone. Oh, I have 2 photos of him sitting alone. Maybe one of these was a concept photo. Sitting alone, just sitting together. I think this was the first pass by, right before the car, alone. I don't have very many from this. I don't have too many photos from the second, like timeline. I think this is also a concept photo. So I explained a little bit. So we're making a fan zine, a music zine, and there were 2 ideas I had for making the zine. The first is a like a lyrics interpretation. So I printed out the lyrics and trying to, yeah, it could just literally be a lyrics book, like a little lyrics booklet explaining, not even explaining, just like having the lyrics on each page and then some visuals that correspond with the lyrics. So that was one idea. And then the second idea was making sort of like an introduction to the song zine. And I had some ideas. I wrote them down on my phone, such as, hold on, let me get my memo. Okay, make a music zine for friends. Like it could be like a song recommendation zine. So to give this zine to someone when you want to recommend the song to them, and write down some ideas for the pages. Could have been favorite part, and then this song makes me feel and then this song is perfect for, and I guess a page for the lyrics, maybe like a little page of scenes from the music video, and then I thought the end, this is actually not in line with making it a song recommendation zine, but then at the end could be like note to Tae. So like that's more of like a, I guess like an army thing where I would write like a little note to Tae. So that's another idea. But I think I'm still processing how this song makes me feel. Because like I said, listening to it just like as music, just like as a song, and then watching the music video are two very different experiences for me. So yeah, still processing that. So I think maybe I'll make just a lyric scene today. I have the basic like folded scene from one sheet of paper has 6 inner pages and then a cover and a back cover. And the lyrics are this intro, pre-chorus, chorus, and this. So there's like 4 different lyrics, and then this "You and I Go Back Like '09" repeats, and then this last bit repeats. So I think I could fit all the different sections of the lyrics in the inside. And then just maybe select some images to go with the lyrics, even if they don't exactly correspond to the lyrics or even to the lyrics with the music video. And I also, right before the live, I went through some magazines and tried to find some images that captured something from the music video. Sometimes it was just texture, like textures that I liked. Sometimes it was, yeah, colors and texture. Words, fantasy stood out to me because of the concept of the music video. And then these are just cool letters that I could do some cutout letters to spell something out. I think I could get FRI and is there a D? Find a D from somewhere else, S, and I could do friends in these letters. This one was for delightful moment. The crowns, for some reason. Nothing, this is more just like it reminded me of Tae, not necessarily a music video. And then I found some pink. It's not the bubblegum pink of the album cover or like the song cover, but thought I might be able to use those. So since I wanted to get like the bones of this done during the hour, I think I should just get started. And it's not going to be perfect, and that's what I like about zines is that, you know, they're like very homemade and DIY. And later I hope I will make a proper video about how to make these kind of one-page zines. I used a little larger sheet of paper to make this size because I wanted it a little bigger for the live so you could see it, but a smaller zine would be like this size. And this is made from A4. Okay. I think for the cover, this picture, I wish I printed it out a little larger so it wouldn't have any of the background border showing. Like it would have been nice to fill the whole page with Tae's face. This one, or I do also like this picture a lot. Actually, I also do really like this picture. I might do this actually. And I might just cut out his figure. The scene from the music video when he's in this outfit and he gets on board the bus in the first timeline, like that one shot when he's just getting on the bus, and the scene from like the shot from behind, his shoulders look so broad. Maybe like this. Okay, so I think maybe this picture for the cover page, actually. This might go on the back, I'm not sure. And then I said we're gonna do the lyrics. So, you're in my head. Yeah, so you're in my head. You and I go back like '09. Friends just for now. Friends are not too close. You and I go back like '09. Friends just for now. Yeah, okay. Get some washi. Oops. I don't know if I've shared this washi tape dispenser. It's like a nifty little washi tape gun. Just placing the lyrics on the page so I remember and I don't get mixed up. Last one here. I like, the more I think about it, the more I like the concept of like a lyrics booklet, because the albums always come with literal lyrics booklets. I mean, sometimes they're just in the back of the photo book, but lately a lot of times they have the albums have lots of little components, inclusions in the package, and I always like the little books. Oh, I did think for the end, since it does say end, maybe this picture here for end. I think toothbrushing Tae. And then I like the idea of like putting the pictures from the two parallel timelines side by side. So I have 2 pages where I could do that, right? maybe here. I think these lyrics, having either this photo or the photo of them together would work. I think these photos, instead of doing timeline 1 and then timeline 2, I think, having these 2 photos and these 2 photos here. So this will be 5 and 6, 4 and 5, and then just need to figure out what to do for 1 and 2. Something about this photo right here speaks to these lyrics, but also chronologically, Toothbrushing Tae seems to be more appropriate. Maybe this one. No, we don't have to go chronologically. Because I do also want to use double Taes at some point. So I think since these are both from the cafe, we'll only do one set of parallel photos. Yeah. I also like the idea of this taking up the full page. Oh, we spent 20 minutes already, so let's go with this one. Let us go with this one. And if I do another one, I could do a more thought out one for an actual video, but for lives, I always have a little bit of this like time pressure that I want something nearly completed by the end of the live. So we're just gonna make decisions under the constraint of time to make it something done rather than perfect. And Toothbrushing Tae. Yeah, something about this, the beginning is a little bit like not dark, but a little bit more mellow. Oh, and wait. Before I actually paste things down, I forgot this yellow is not what I meant to use. A sheet of pink. So we'll show how to make the zine fold. I'm still mastering the art of folding these so they come out nice looking when they're all together, but okay. I think there's probably like an order to fold it so that when you fold it into the zine shape, it becomes a little more less scrunched, as you'll see. Mine come out a little bit scrunched. Here is the basic shape. It's this part that I'm always wondering, is there a better way to fold it so the pages line up a little neater? Well, I guess I'll use this as like a guide, and then there we go. Okay. No, because then it would cover his face. Choosing this one. Maybe this picture just because of the size. Okay. Put down a page so I don't get glue on my pictures. Like so. Hi, Afifa. Thank you for saying hello on this fine Sunday morning. Belated holiday greetings to you. Hope you're doing well. If you're just tuning in now, a little less chatty this morning because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. So I'm going to conserve my voice, but wanted to make this zine for Tae. Hi, Jam. Okay. I will like glue those lyrics down later, obviously, but I'm going to get the bones of the zine done. Okay. And then second page. Okay, so we have two full spreads left. And the lyrics are from the chorus, and then these lyrics about like once we cross the line, there's no denying you and I can never turn round, 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 never be the same. So maybe I do wish this was just a little bit bigger. Let's try it out. Let's try cutting it out. Yeah. I did originally want to make like a parallel side-by-side photos. I mean, I guess I could cut out the fake take couple and put them in the corner or something. But I just like this image as like an image in itself. So we're gonna go with that, I think. Or let's hold on. Plan to go for that. And then the last section is the go back to 09. And friends just for now. Going towards the ending. And not to be too literal, but I did want to put the end like I haven't been on Twitter, so I don't know like any like army detectives theories and explanations about the video. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Afifa. I think it's just I'm not sure, it might be just my throat being sore from hiking outside yesterday when it was air pollution. It wasn't terrible, but it felt like the first day in a while that it was properly warm. So everybody was out. But you know how you can get sick when the weather, like with the changing of the seasons. So might have been just like throat being sore from air pollution and exercising in said air pollution. But yeah, here and then last two pages. I mean, I do have, I think the photos, or not the photos, like the things from the magazines, I'll just use as embellishments around the main photos that I printed out. This process is a little interesting, but because yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the music video, because the ending, wherever the ending photo went, this ending photo, I mean, there's two versions of Tae that wake up at the end, and then but it ends with just him. Yeah, I my brain. I kind of want to actually maybe put just these two photos on this page. But I also just liked his acting on this page, or this scene. This expression made me smile. Let's see how it looks if I mix them. And then cutting out twin Taes, just seeing how that looks. I do have to remember, wait, I shouldn't fill up the whole page because I have to fit in the lyrics too. So we'll decide. But okay, pretty sure I'm going to go with the full picture for this page. And then we'll get to putting down the lyrics. And I will have lyrics and some maybe decorative elements with the magazine clippings. Okay. And maybe I'll get started on the lyrics before this last page because I'm still not sure what to do for that last page, but kind of like the black and white and the pink, like this for the cover. Yeah. I forgot to print Friends, the title. Yeah, I don't think I printed Friends, the title. So I might have to draw that or write that in. I like these drawings. Something about the round, like the first line of like, you're in my head. Makes me want to use that drawing. Oh, but there's also the lyric round, 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 right? The lyric. Oh, that lyric goes here. Like I said, this is just a first attempt. I'm realizing this actually making a lyric scene could kind of be like making a like a lyrics video, you know, when they have the visuals that just go along with the lyrics and not like a music video. Because if I were to redo it, I think I would maybe interpret the lyrics a little more literally and have something like go round, 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 and like make them have like a round, 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 like a Ferris wheel or something for that lyric. But we did not think of that. And I was thinking maybe I think of crowns just because of that one photo shoot for Season's Greetings. I mean, this skull for Louis Vuitton literally has a snake in its head. Let's just cut out a couple elements and see how they look. The skull, like this art does not go with the concept of the music video at all, but maybe that juxtaposition could be cool. Who knows? It's a little scary. No, I don't want to go too scary. But when I was looking up trying to find references for like music scenes from history, like back in the 50s or 60s or 70s and 80s. There was, I have notes from the class. So in the workshop, they said, okay, so zines were 30s and 40s were like sci-fi, and then 50s and 60s like folk and like music scenes, and then 70s, 80s punk scenes. They started using like the Xerox copy machine to distribute them more. And then Riot Girl, queercore in the 90s and aughts. So yeah, I was trying to find some like photos of zines from history, like music scenes from history, and they were very like raw. It felt like that is how I would describe the aesthetic. So we're gonna just go with that. We're gonna go with that skull. I think I've said before, I do like skull motif, but I like cute skulls, more cartoony skulls. I wonder if I actually will be able to get a lot of this actually done. I'm just going to do a little bit of glue because I probably will be lifting something up again. Then nose. Is everyone having a nice weekend? What are you guys doing today, or what did you do this weekend? Like I said, I went hiking yesterday and it's really good. I have not been very active at all, basically this year, and also, starting last year. So I was a little nervous going on like a proper hike. We went to Inwangsan, which is the mountain right behind Gyeongbok Palace, so near the Blue House, and it was so crowded. Like I said, it was like the first warm day in a while, so everyone had the same idea to get out and get exercise. So literally, I have like some short clips, so I hopefully will include them in the next vlog, but there were parts where it was just complete standstill because it was very steep climb up the side of like the boulders. And so people had to come down and up at the same time, but it was only like it was only wide enough for one person. So when people were coming down, you'd have to stop and wait and then to go up. So there were several points up the climb where we're just waiting in line to get up the mountain, which was so funny. Yeah, we'll just start pasting because this is just like a first attempt, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be done. So we went, me and two friends. One friend I haven't seen in years, actually. She's been all over the world. She's very outdoorsy and active. She's finished the Pacific Crest Trail in the US. And she just got back from New Zealand, where she finished a similar like a trail all across New Zealand. And she like does like ultra marathons and stuff. Um, but thankfully I didn't. I was afraid. I was like, "Oh, if I feel like I can't keep up, you guys just go ahead and I'll, go at my own pace." But there was no um, chance to do that because the hike was like a total standstill at some points, which was a culture shock for her coming back from New Zealand, where there was like, you know, a fraction of the people probably in the country, but also like definitely out in nature. So we packed kimbap. We each got a roll of kimbap at the store before we went up the mountain, and then had it after we reached the peak. And on the way down, there is it's called like a resting place in the middle of the forest. It's like the literal translation of the place, but it's this really nicely built. It's like one room, but it's filled with books and chairs and tables, and it has a great view of the forest. And you can like you don't. It's not a cafe. You don't have to buy anything. Just use the facility, and you can just rest there and read books in the middle of the forest, on the side of the mountain. Um, I took a little bit of video while I was there, but it was really nice. So I definitely want to go back when have more time and not on a weekend when it's so crowded. I mean, it wasn't super crowded when we visited, but the mountain definitely was. Oh, I'm missing a. Oh, yeah, and we say we're because like the song, it's like, and we say we're just, and then a beat, and then friends, right? I think I'll leave that. I think I won't put friends on this page. I'll leave that. Um, I'll leave that beat as the turn of the page. And then we walked down the side of the mountain, stopped by another like mid-mountain cafe for some coffee and energy. And then I don't drink coffee really because I'm sensitive to caffeine, but I didn't want anything sweet and I didn't feel like drinking tea. So I ordered an Americano and I asked for just a half shot, like for less coffee in it. But because I forgot, I didn't realize that would change its color, right? So when I got the Americano, it was very light colored. Like I don't drink coffee, but when I see other people drink Americano, I know it's supposed to be a darker brown than what I got. Oh, you guys, I wanted to go down. Sorry. We need to do a little creative construction. So when the coffee came out, I was like kind of tan looking. I was like, is this right? And then later I realized, oh, it's half shot. That's why the coffee is so diluted looking, because it literally was. Then we came down the mountain and came out near Gyeongbokgung Station again. I'm not loving the layout of the lyrics there, but we move on. And this is pretty, like, it's not very tacky glue, so if I need to lift things up again, I will. Okay, on to, oh, it's already 52. I don't think I'm gonna finish this within the hour, but let's at least get this spread down and then the pictures for the. Okay, so I think I will cut out a couple Tae. As well, just to have some like allusion to that second timeline. I'm sorry if the camera is picking up my stomach grumbling. I ate a lot yesterday, but possibly still hungry. And do I want to use any more for the magazines? I mean, maybe this page for the double Taes, the twin Taes, because it's like what were those parallel timelines? Oh, another option is, I mean, I do have magazine letters. I do have some, when I guess this was for collaging or journaling, but I had all these letters cut out. Okay, we'll do friends in magazine letters. That'll just be a placeholder. Oh my goodness. All right, stomach, I will feed you soon. Ooh. Yesterday we had kimbap at the top of the mountain, and then also my friend packed some oranges and cucumbers. We had like a couple slices of those on the way up, and then on the way down we had coffee, and then we finally got down back to city level. We had 곰탕, which is like beef broth soup with this was the first time I had 곰탕 that came out with the rice like in the soup. So usually you have your soup and then your rice separately, but it came out together. Okay. Actually, I'll do, since I have the place setters, I'll put these down first. And this is a place setter. Oh, for the live, I did break out my Tiny Tan Tiny Tan Band-Aid. Can you see mic drop JK? I, have a little boo-boo right at the tip of my finger that, Friday night, I think it was? Yeah, I was carving a stamp and I accidentally poked myself pretty hard with the knife, the tip of my finger. This is a very inconvenient spot actually because when I'm typing, it still hurts. So I can't really type properly right now with my left hand. So I wanted to protect it when I'm like cutting and touching paper. So figured what better occasion to use one of these super adorable Tiny Tan mic drop band-aids than a live where everyone will see it. Kind of want to do now in magazine letters too, but we'll see. I wonder what I'll have today to eat. Oh, as for I need Tiny Tan Band-Aids. They're right over there. I'll show in a second. Ooh, I like how wait, I like how the I don't know if you can see, but those lyrics kinda go behind second timeline Tae. Now I can never turn around, round. Oh, but books-wise, this is not related to BTS, but books-wise, I finished a book that somebody, I think their username was like la la la, but they recommended A Man Called Uwe, and I finished that on audiobook yesterday, and it really was a good book. I'm glad I read it. It gave me a lot of food for thought. Okay, I'm gonna put once we cross the line behind him, kind of. Gave me a lot of food for thought about like life and aging and friends and like importance of community and social relationships, but also like there's no denying that you and I and also just like we don't know like people's stories, right? Like just random people, even our neighbors or people we think we know, we don't really know their like inner stories or their life stories. But everyone has a story. And yeah, that book sort of made me think about themes like that. So I highly recommend it. I will talk more about it in my book wrap up, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of like lifting up second timeline Tae so I can like sneak in these lyrics behind him and the girlfriend. I did want to sort of make round, 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 circular in some way. So we're going to do that as well. Maybe around this man's head. Or maybe around this lady. Like that. If I had a little more time, I would probably try to do a little bit more creative things with some of the words. Like, if I were to redo this, I think I would do end here, since in quotes in magazine letters. So since these are, well, hopefully these aren't glued down too strongly, I can lift them up and do a little bit of renovation, a little bit of AS on it. But for now, I want to just get these down. Afifa, I'll put that book into my Rex. Yeah, I really liked it. Wait, what are the lyrics? We got confused here. Friends are not supposed to get too close and feel emotions that we're feeling now? Feeling now, is that right? One second. Let me make sure. Friends are not to get too close and feel emotions that we're feeling now. Okay. And then we ain't slowing. Excuse me. Down. I think I'll put a placeholder for now because either do them in magazine letters or like now, like stacked vertically. But I'll put we ain't slowing down. I do recommend. I liked it. Uwe is a very, very grumpy, like senior is an older man. He's a widower, and you just you don't know why. You just think he's just a grumpy old man who's like just a product of his times, and you don't know why he's just so pessimistic and angry. But then the chapters of the book like cut back to his like when he was a kid and his life up until now and all the circumstances leading up to the present day that explain like they give background and reason to why he is the way he is now. But that's not the end of the story, because there's also new characters and new people that enter his life that change his life for the better. And it's really sweet. It's a really sweet book. Okay. So we do have magazine letters to add for these placeholders. So probably now, and then friends I'll do in magazine letters to make them more stand out. And I think, we've already been live for an hour, but I do want to finish at least like getting down the photos for this last spread and do the cover and back cover. And then I will finish up and be sure to share the final product. Post photos, even if it's not perfect. This is iteration 1. This is just, wait, no, this is right. This is just version 1, so you can always make another one. It feels a little redundant to have 3 pictures from this like last scene, but I also just, the more Tae, the better. The last lyrics are, you and I go back to 09. You're there, my lonely nights, keeping me together. Maybe use some of this texture that I cut out for this last page. Yes, it is A Man Called Otto. I think is that the book or the movie with Tom Hanks? I was reading about this book on Wikipedia, but I believe they made the book into a movie, and it's called A Man Called Otto. But the book I read, the title is called A Man Called Uwe. I'm pretty sure it's A Man Called Otto. If you're talking about the movie, I'm pretty sure it's the same. It's the remake, which if you know that book, hopefully, or if you like that movie, hopefully you like the book. I like the audio. The narrator of the version I read had a very American accent. So at first I was like, this book takes place in Sweden and it's all Swedish characters. But later on, I grew to appreciate the audiobook and the narrator because he did a great job with the different voices for grumpy old man, but also, you know, the neighbors who are of all different ages, ranging from a 3-year-old girl to like a teenager to like like the nemesis in the neighborhood, like different bureaucrats and stuff. So yeah, I think it is A Man Called Otto. I also like this texture here. That's what this looks like. Maybe I'll stack them. Does that look good? Or maybe like catty corner. With some of this furry coat texture, like so. Just, I don't know if I think it looks better both on the bottom, but I did that layout for the first spread, and I just wanna break it up a little bit, so we're gonna go with that. But yeah, A Man Called Uwe, very good, thought-provoking book. Very heartbreaking at times, and yeah, I'm glad. I've been reading a lot of like fantasy and romance, which is good and also can have me weeping. But I'm glad I read this because it was like a nice change of pace. It just felt a little more like down to earth, like a little more like real life. It made me think about like maybe I'll connect them. We are just letting the process take over because I don't know how I'm gonna fit all these lyrics on the page, but we're just letting the pieces basically glue themselves down as they will. So yeah, I appreciated that book. Next up on my reading list, I think, is the Kamagawa Food Detectives. It looks really cute. It is, I'm assuming it's a mystery. But it came out recently and I got off the holds list, and I think I'm gonna do a buddy read with a friend for this. But the title or the The cover is so cute. Kamogawa Food Detectives. And Raya, hi! Hey, Raya! Long time no see. Happy to see you. So this is the description of Kamogawa Food Detectives. What's the one dish you do anything to do to taste one more time? Down a quiet back street in Kyoto exists a very special restaurant run by Koishi Kamogawa and her father Nagare. The Kamogawa diner serves up deliciously extravagant meals, but that's not the main reason customers stop by. The father-daughter duo are food detectives. Through ingenious investigations, they are able to recreate dishes from a person's treasured memories, dishes that may well hold the keys to their forgotten past and future happiness. The Restaurant of Lost Recipes provides a link to vanished moments, creating a present full of possibility. Mm. The Kamawa Food Detectives is a celebration of good company and the power of a delicious meal, which is really good because I'm trying to be like a mindful eater and like cook more food. And I recently just read a graphic novel called Relish by Lucy Nisley. That was a graphic novel about her like relationship and memories about food. She grew up with like a very foodie family. Her parents were both. Her mom was a chef, and her dad was also very into food, like good food. And she like was born and first grew up in New York City, but then moved to like a farm. And it's like her memories about her uncle's like cheese shop or like working in a cheese shop in college and foods up in her trips overseas. And in between the chapters, there's different recipes from her life, like her mom's, I don't know, like a recipe from her mom or from her travels or her family's recipes. And it just made me want to like have a better I need a better relationship with food anyway, but reading the graphic novel just made me think like I can do more to have a better relationship with food. Friends, just for now. Okay, so I think because like the last part of the song, this refrain repeats like 4 times, I think. 'Cause there was, yeah. Yeah, I didn't include this last section, but this repeats 4 times, so maybe like that. Okay, I will place these placeholders here. And then glue down the left side at least. And then we will do the cover, and I think that will wrap it up. Afifa says, a very specific dish pops up when you read that question. My mom likes to do that when we eat out. Yeah, oh, I would love to hear more about what that dish is or like what specific memories you have with food. When I read that graphic novel, Relish, I I realized I don't have I couldn't think of like very strong, like colorful or very strong memories with food. So I think I will keep thinking about it, but um, I'm trying to. So wouldn't it make sense? Yes, that's a good place to cut it. I'm trying to create them now. Like, for example, yesterday, I think last live, I was talking about eggplant, and then one of you And I mentioned, like, I wanna learn more eggplant recipes because it can become such a flavorful vegetable. Oops. And one of you, Essie, DM'd me with tortang talong, which is a Filipino eggplant omelet, and I made it. I felt really proud of myself. It's not too hard, it's, like, not anything fancy. Yeah, I think I'll put this here and then do friends again in magazine letters and do the same for here. That's how it's going to look, and then let's do the back and front covers. And then we can I'll finish it up off camera and then share the results. But yeah, tortang talong was just you grill the eggplant and then peel off the skin, smash it with the fork, but leave the stem intact so it's still like one piece. Dip it in egg and then fry it up in the frying pan. I think you can get more special or like jazz it up with like minced meat or like different spices and things like packed it on top of the eggplant, but I just made it with the eggplant. And then she said you can eat it with different sauces, but banana ketchup is a sauce that is common, and it made me so curious about banana ketchup. Maybe Raya, you can chime in. What do you eat if you eat tortang talong? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't know how to say it, but tell me how you eat it because I did not know there was a thing called banana ketchup, and now I'm so curious to try it. Okay, cover. Let's do the cover. Where is the cover picture that I chose? We'll take a second to, okay, here we go. Cover picture and ending picture. Ending picture. I think that looks good here, and then we'll cut it there. Yeah, I did briefly consider putting him. I mean, that's kind of cool too. Afifa says, I came back from Gwangju recently and I can't forget the roasted eggplant I had there too. Ooh, wow. So fun that you're traveling. I want to travel. I actually, when I was going through these magazines, I have a magazine from Malaysia, and made me want to visit Malaysia again. Because I mean, talk about good food. I love the food I had in Malaysia. Okay, we're gonna paste him there. Roasted eggplant. Yeah, I need to figure out how more eggplant dishes. Oh, I also made, so speaking of food, so then last week I got these eggplants on sale fortuitously. Literally mentioned that I wanted to like make more eggplant recipes, and then my supermarket had eggplant on sale, so I snapped them right up. And then I also made miso eggplant spaghetti. Speaking of, oh hey, here's a food memory. Yeah, back way before COVID, my friend and I, friends and I were traveling in Japan, and there was this one like Asian food fusion restaurant that I don't even remember which city it was in Japan even, but it had a miso eggplant spaghetti, and it was like, very small servings on a small serving dish. But I remember it being so delicious. And I think my friend has recreated versions of it since then, but I remember that suddenly. So I looked up some different miso spaghetti recipes, and I think there were even some miso eggplant recipes. But I tried to make a version of that just by like roasting the eggplant in little pieces on the side. And then for the miso sauce, it was just like miso, and I used miso doenjang. So not like doenjang, which is Korean style fermented soybean paste, but I used miso doenjang, which is like miso, Japanese style fermented soybean paste. Like a spoon of that, some water. There were some other ingredients that you were supposed to put in, like soy sauce and meating and other flavorings, which I didn't have. So I literally had to substitute. I think I put a little bit of soy sauce, and I didn't even have sugar, so I put in maple syrup and um, made that into a sauce in the saucepan, and then added the spaghetti and the eggplant. It was pretty good if you let it like simmer a little bit, so the spaghetti and the eggplant all sort of like are fully coated in the sauce. Tasted not too bad, but I do want to figure out better ways to um, marinate marinate the eggplant, because I haven't really like gotten figure out how to make it so the eggplant really absorbs the flavorings. I keep wanting to turn him sideways. Why not? Let's trust the process. I'm also hoping Tae, I might leave this black page blank for now because I'm hoping Tae will leave a message on Weverse or on Insta about the song, either like a note to us or a message about the song, and then I could print that out and put it on the back page. So a recap of the live as we draw to a close is I'm really into zines right now. I'm super excited to make informal zines, and including zines about BTS, because zines are like a democratic, easy to make, handmade DIY way to spread information about your passions or things you want to get the word about. So BTS ticks all of those boxes. I'm also going to start making some book zines, book review zines, and I am still processing the music video for Friends by Tae, because the way the song feels to me when I listen to it versus the way I feel or react when I watch the music video are very different. So I'm trying to figure out how to interpret the music video still. Finally, we have an almost completed zine of Friends. So off camera, when I'm going to end the live here, but I will add a title for the cover page. Here are the lyrics for the first section, pre-chorus and opening. I'm going to do magazine letters for the words in the lyrics that should be more emphasized, like friends and end. And then maybe think about this a little bit more. Also, cutting out these words like this reminds me of the like magnet poetry a little bit. I don't know if you guys didn't know that they had like words on magnets just like this, and you could like rearrange them to make poetry. But we'll cut out these, paste them down, and then save the back to hopefully have something like a message from Tae or something on the back. But that is it. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your weekend, and oh, Kyoko said it does look like magnet poetry, right? Also, like a lot of scrapbooking kits these days also have like phrases on a sticker sheet that people use on their journals. It kind of looks like that as well, but looks good so far. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I will finish this up off camera. Probably have to refill my tea as well. I'm just going to rest up today, finish this zine, this first version of a music zine, and I'll post the final results on Instagram and also in the community tab. And yeah, thank you for hanging out. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye.